With no income, Dean and Hilary are forced to make some tough decisions.
I've had to go back to work. We've had no choice in that matter. It made sense for me to go, as Dean can do, the hard graft, whereas really I can't. So I have kids all day at school and then I come home, and if we have problems at home, then I have to deal with those sort of problems. It is tough, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the way I look at it. Take each day as it comes.
What have you been surviving on until now?
Very little. We've been cutting back on everything. Home life has become, at times, stressful.
But I don't understand how you have managed to do all this work, and how much have you spent so far?
We think to date it's about £6,800.
You're joking?
No.
Well, I mean, excluding the labour, that's just materials, must be.
That's materials and paying for the bricklayer.
And the block laying as well. Yeah. And all those joists, all that timber.
Yeah.
I don't quite know how you've managed that. £7,000 worth so far. So when are you going to finish this?
18th of December.
Well, today is the 19th of September, which makes that 3 months' time.
91 days.
There's no way.
Yes.
I mean, look, with 10 of you, yes, you've got a fighting chance. I can't believe you'll do it.
We'll do.
After 7 months of hard graft, Dean and Hilary's Georgian church conversion is still little more than a shell. There's clearly no hope of moving in by their original Christmas deadline, just 10 weeks away. And with no sign of their mortgage, Dean is working heroically to keep the build going. Hiya.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
Very well, thanks.
How's your building hanging?
We're getting there.
You are, aren't you? Now you've got these walls up and you've got the space enclosed. Are you happy with how the building sits? I mean, how it feels?
Yes, very much so. This end of the building is working exactly as I'd visualised it to. The lounge is across from one side of the building to the other, right the way.
That's sizable, isn't it? And in the black hole is the swimming pool.
That's where the swimming pool's going. It'd be nice because we've got right at the very end of the swimming pool, we're looking at putting a feature on the wall there as well.
What kind of feature?
I'm speaking to an artist at the minute that will duplicate the main arch onto the back wall of the swimming pool with a landscape view. So it will actually look as though you'll stand at the front of the building, look through the hall, look through the lounge, look through the swimming pool, and then look as though you're looking out into the garden.
Dean, it had better be bloody brilliant.
I've got every confidence in the man.
Good. Now you've upstairs, things look a lot brighter. It's void. It's huge, isn't it?
It's a big floor space now.
It's a very large. It's like a ballroom. Blimey, these rooms are big, and they've got these great big windows in them as well. What about the cornice?
The cornice will stop.
Oh, that's good. So you'll have a sort of a slice of church in your bedroom.
In every room, you will get a little piece of church. A window and a piece of cornice.
Of course, the stained glass has to stay. For Dean and Hilary to get to this point with such a tiny amount of money is nothing short of miraculous. But their savings are almost spent.
We've been going since April now. We've managed to finance the build on little bits of money that I'd got saved and basically goodwill. It has been a struggle. Some weeks it's been very, very hard to live.
The money has finally run out, and since the wrangles over the sale of the church are still not resolved, the mortgage funds can't be released. To keep their dream alive, Hilary has to make another tough decision.
We've had to borrow money from my parents, about £7,500, to carry on with the building work. For me, it's been really, really hard. But otherwise it would have just had to come to a standstill.
The injection of cash means work can start on turning the old pews into their new kitchen.
And then are we still using the base for the worktop?
All the base. See the worktop here?
I'll get the satisfaction that the original features of the church, okay, in a different form, are still within the building. Everybody else thinks I'm mad, but I thought it was a good idea.
Meanwhile, Hilary struggles on with the windows.
This window will probably take me about 4 days to do one window. just cleaned with distilled water. They're supposed to be cleaned.
Hilary and Dean are now 8 months into their build, and praise be! Finally, their prayers pay off, the legal problems are resolved, and the sale of the church is completed.
Our mortgage has come through. After all the struggling we've been doing, borrowing money from here, there and everywhere, and it's great news. We can now start getting on with the bigger jobs, get the plasterboard ordered and onto the walls, hopefully. Dean's got to work a bit quicker.
With money in the bank, Dean and Hilary can splash out on some of the more expensive features of their design, like glass doors for the downstairs living room.
No, they ain't that heavy.
Well, this is the small adult one.
But Christmas is looming. And though Dean has been working 16-hour days for the past 8 months, this project still looks miles from finishing.
There you go. Cut out for the wire up there.
Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
You're busy, aren't you?
Yes?
But there is still a huge amount to do, Dean. You know, the structure here is sort of in places still exactly as it was when I was here last. I mean, for example, plasterboard missing, plasterwork missing.
Shall we just say we've got the skeleton? We've just got to put the skin on the bones.
No, it's such a huge building, this.
Well, it is a huge building and it's always been a big project.
Yeah.
But when you looked at our mortgage, we were hoping to be through for May and we never got it till November. I think we've done really well to keep it going.
I'm not going to give you a hard time over that. I know that you were working by yourself for so long, and I appreciate that until the money came through for the mortgage, you couldn't employ anybody.
That's right.
So far, the lack of money on this project has forced Dean to play builder, project manager and architect. That's more than enough for one man. But now he's added a 4th role, interior designer.
And he said, I've chosen the ceiling rose for the lounge. And I went, no, I don't think so. And he went, yeah, I like that. And I went, well, I don't. So I've had bits and pieces taken out and...
So you're able to tinker a bit
Yeah.
after the decision has been made?
Yeah.
But it's just the general, that's what I think will look right, where it's got to go. I can visualise more, I think, of what the whole feeling will look like once the furniture goes in.
Well, can you? Can he?
No. I think when we walk through there, the feature of the whole place is going to be the pool because you're going to be able to see it. You're not going to go, oh, look, there's a ceiling rose, are you?
Hilary's right. The swimming pool certainly grabs your attention. What is this thing here? This great roll of carpet?
That roll of carpet, as you put it, that is actually the outside wall of the swimming pool.
Good Lord, it's aluminium.
It's all aluminium.
It's like a giant tin can, this,
Yes.
isn't it? Which is decorated to look like a Roman classical frieze.
That's right, and that runs all the way around the outside of the pool.
Bizarre.
Because we're a little bit different. Because these
You are, yes, I know, and I've always felt that. And what's it going to look like?
Once all this goes up, there's columns that go down the outside as well. You've got proper cappings all the way around the top.
Yeah.
And then we'll have steps going up
Okay.
each side. Into
So
the
a
pool.
neoclassical sardine tin swimming pool is what it's going to look like in your sitting room.
If that's the way you wish to portray it as.